Hello, welcome to Virtual Yoga and More. I'm Kelly Cook, guiding you on a journey today of a 35 to 40 minute Vinyasa flow, breathing and moving to the intention of balancing the give and the take. And the give in terms of nourishing yourself in thought, in physical sense, in emotional sense, and filling up your cup so that you can give to others. It's the freedom to know that you have the power to find space in your life for yourself. So that balance of the give and the take, and the freedom to find yourself in your schedule and in your life. So enjoy the practice, and we'll be starting out. I do offer you different variations. You take the poses to your ability and what feels best to your body today, which sometimes is different each day. But we're going to be starting out in a hero pose, where in a Virasana, where you're seated on your knees. You could put a throw pillow in between your heels and your bottom, or you could put a yoga block there for your bottom to sit on. You could also have the toes curled under. You could double your mat up or put something under your knees like a blanket. So just starting to settle in with your right palm on your belly and your left palm on your heart space. Letting your elbows be down by the sides and shoulders be soft. We enter into the practice with gratitude for arriving here on the mat, with gratitude for not just any breath, but your breath, as it brings in all of the things that you need and takes with it the things that you don't. Physically, emotionally, energetically, allowing the breath to bring you right here to the practice, to the balance of the give and take, to the freedom to find yourself in your life. Allowing each exhale to soften the shoulders a little bit, and each inhale to be just a little bit deeper than the last one. Expanding your belly into the right hand, expanding your left hand into your chest into the left hand, and then letting it go from top to bottom. Two more big rounds of breath here. Moving yourself in your mind right here into the practice and out of the moments that come before and after this practice. Let your last breath here be the biggest one, drinking in a little bit more at the top. And then soften on the exhale, let it all go. Releasing the fingertips down to the earth. Little neck release with a half circle both ways. As you inhale, reach and rise. As you exhale, lean back, goal post. 5 more breaths here, inhaling to reach and rise. Letting your hinge fire up those quads as you lean back. Pushing down with the tops of the feet to help you leverage into that hinge. On your last one, take it high and then interlace those hands back behind the hips. Maybe it's an opening of the chin and chest. With an inhale, reach, gaze to the sky. And then exhale, take a hinge forward, letting those hands, either they rest on the low back, or maybe as you hinge forward, the hands do lift up off of your low back. Option to bring your forehead down to rest on the earth. Engage the core as you rise back up, taking that big inhale, reach. Exhale, palms plant, left hand goes down to the earth, right hand high, right foot on out. Inhale, big gate, reach, lift that left right hip to the sky. Exhale around to take the chest to the earth. Right hand is going to find that right thigh as your left hand goes up and over towards the right. Exhale, release palms to the mat. Right leg is going to swing back into that tabletop with the right leg extended back. Coming forward and back to stretch out the ankle, a little plantar fascia stretch into that right calf as well. And then a few rounds of cat-cow here. As you lift the right heel, lift the chin and open the chest. As you tuck in, chin to chest, bring that right knee in. 2 more big breaths. Last one, exhale fully, tuck in. Now as you inhale, shoot those right toes to the sky and back. Option to bring the right hand more towards center and reach that left hand around towards the right foot. If it touches, great, grasp it. If not, just reach towards it. Option to kick the right foot into that left hand and gaze high. Exhale, release it long. Find a pedaling plank, pedaling all the way up into the toe mound. So pushing those toe mounds onto the earth to stretch into the toes. Option to take a little down dog here for a breath. Your first down dog, kind of rippling into that, and then rippling on out to drop the knees, swinging the right arm underneath that right shoulder as you open up into your left side gate, lifting that left hip high to the sky, circling around with the chest towards the earth as you bring that left hand onto the left thigh. Inhale, right arm up and over, rainbow the right hip out. Exhale, palms plant, find your tabletop with the left leg going back. Pedaling forward and backward to stretch into the toes, into the Achilles, into the calf, the ankle. 3 big rounds of your cat-cow. Now lifting that left heel, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, tuck in. Making that tuck as tiny as you can make it, and then making your open reach as big as you can with the inhale. Tuck in, squeeze in, exhale. Inhale, go long, shoot those left toes high. Now left hand comes more towards center and reach that right hand up and around. Option to grasp the top of the left foot and kick into the right hand as you take the chin high. Big breath here. Exhale, release. Pedaling on up into your down dog again. Biceps by the ears, let the heels rise and fall. Extra little push into the palms. Rippling forward into your plank. As you drop those knees, tap them on the earth. Inhale, back up to plank. Extra push of the mat. So notice the palms flat on the mat. Your variation here would be to start out kneeling and then lift the knees or lift one at a time. We'll find 4 more breaths here. Exhaling for that hover tap of the knees. Inhaling back into plank. Inhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Exhale, meet in a forward fold at the top of the mat. Your first forward fold, let it be a release, a sway, crown being heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Scoop it to the sky on an inhale. Bringing in that balance that it takes, the freedom to find yourself in your life. Balancing the give and the take. Knowing that sometimes there's a little bit of a sway one way or the other. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back through plank to downward facing dog. From your down dog, inhale, 3-legged dog, right toes high. Exhale, knee tucks into the chest, chin to chest, full exhale. We'll shoot over to fallen triangle with the right leg going over to the left. Left hand high. Maybe you rest that right foot on the earth. Maybe you lift it. Full exhale, come back in, chin to the chest, right knee in. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale to set the right foot on the outside, about a foot off of the right edge of your mat. Fallen star, opening up with the right hand high. Here we are for a full breath. Lift that right hip just a little bit. Exhale, finding your plank. Right foot goes back, tip forward on the toes. Tuck those elbows in tight to the sides as you exhale, lower. Tops of the feet down into the mat. Inhale, lift up cobra with the strength of your back only. Exhale, slide those hands back, curl the toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Moving on to the other side. Neutral breath. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, tuck in, knee to the chest, round into that cat back. Shooting the left foot over to the right, fallen triangle. Right hand high. Maybe the left foot sets on the earth. Maybe it stays lifted. Full exhale, back into a knee tuck. Pull it in, chin to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog, left toes high. Exhale the left foot in, out to that left, off of the left edge of your mat by about a foot. Open up for your fallen star, left hand high. One big breath. Exhale, right, left hand back to plank. Left foot back to plank. Tip forward on those toes. Tuck the elbows in tightly. Lower down with your exhale. Inhale up with the strength of the back for cobra, or on up for your upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Bringing it back to the top of the mat with a step or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming back to the breath, back to your intention. Letting those thumbs rest in your heart space. Softening into the shoulders. Soften into the neck. Finding the breath that brings space, that brings you into your schedule, that empowers you and gives you the freedom to find the spaces of balance in your life. Inhale to reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, knee tuck, chin to chest. Inhale, roll that right foot over to the left side. Fallen triangle, left hand high. Exhale, back in, knee tuck. Inhale, three-legged dog, right foot high. Exhale, right foot off the right edge of your mat, all the way to open, right hand high, fallen star. Here for one breath, lift that right hip. Exhale, right foot back into your side plank. Option to play with a little star side plank or tree side plank, lifting those right toes. Here for a breath. Exhale, right foot behind the left leg. We're lowering down to face the back wall. Right hand back. Inhale, lift up into your wild thing. Right hand goes to the front, lifting those hips high. Exhale, right hand down to the earth. Shoot the right toes high, three-legged dog. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, right foot forward, all the way up for warrior two. Flipping the palms towards the left side, we'll straighten into that left leg. Left hand goes down to the left thigh. Inhale, right hand high, reverse triangle. As you exhale now, engage your core. We're coming into triangle, but you're going to engage the core so much that you only hover the right fingers above that right shin. Left hand high. Big breath. Engage your core. Exhale to bend into that right knee, coming into extended side angle of your choice. Maybe you lift that right hand towards the front with the palm to the sky, 90-degree arms. Or maybe you parallel the arms. Full breath into the exhale. All the way down to tenting those right fingers on the earth. Shift the weight into your right foot, lifting up half moon. Left toes are tipped out to the left side. Option to play with the gaze and turn it towards the left or towards the sky. Left toes and hips stay tipped out. Root down into that right foot. Here's where if you had a block, You might set it underneath the right hand, right under that right shoulder. Finding one more breath. Exhale, left hand and toes down to the earth. We'll open up for revolve lunge to the right. Dropping left knee down, top of the left foot down. As you turn and face the back wall with your twisted right hand back. Now maybe taking those left toes, take them to the sky. Option to reach around and grasp the top of the left foot as you gaze back to the back wall. One breath, deep quad stretch. Exhale, release. Finding your hand on the mat, shooting those left toes high for standing split. Now your gaze is shifting right to the front of the right shin. Option for one or both hands to come and frame that right ankle. As you inhale, left toes a little bit higher, glue the torso down onto your right thigh. Any amount of bend to the knees is fine. It's all about the intention. Rooting down into that right foot. Inhale, left toes higher. Exhale to bring the knees together. Deeper bend to the right knee. Supported variation of flamingo here. Now tip the weight back into your right heel and take the fingertips and point them to the back wall. Deep bend to that right knee as your left toes point to the back wall as well. Shift the gaze to the front of the right shin. Toes are fluffable. One more breath. Rooting down into the hands as you plant them forward. Step back with that left foot. Step back with the right foot. Option to take a down dog or a flow or a child's pose here. Using this time to be guided by the breath. In between sides, take that little pedal, balancing out your yes and your no. So shaking the head both ways. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, knee tuck as you tuck it into check the chin to the chest. Inhale, fall in triangle. Shoot the left leg over to the right, right hand high. One big breath in and out as you take it back to your knee tuck. Plant the right palm, chin to chest, tuck it in. Exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog, left toes high. Exhale for left leg off the left side of your mat. Open for that fallen star with left hand high. One inhale. Exhale, fully meet the left foot back to the right in plank. Side plank with left hand high. Option to play with your side plank into a star or a tree. Exhale, left foot behind the right leg, dropping that right hip down. Face the back wall with the left hand tracing to the back. Inhale, lift up into your wild thing. Lift the left arm long to the front, hips high. Right leg is outstretched. Exhale, find three-legged dog. Left hand goes down, right toes are going to go high. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, warrior two, left foot forward. All the way down into your deep left knee bend. Left heel is in line with that right arch. Stacking the crown of the head over the sits bones. Flip the palms to the right. Straighten into that left leg. Right hand is going to go down the right thigh. Inhale, left hand high, reverse triangle. Engage your core as you take those left fingers down to hover over that left shin, right hand high. Just hovering with the engagement of the core. Exhale, deep bend of that left knee. Now coming into your extended side angle of choice. Maybe the left fingers reach to the front in a 90-degree arm. Maybe they parallel, engaging that core a little bit more. Full exhale. All the way down to shift forward with the weight coming now into the left foot for half moon. Tented left fingers or find your block or throw pillow under that left hand. Right hand goes high. Right toes tip out to the right. Right hip stays tipped out. Engage the core, maybe lighten the load on whatever your weight is on that left hand, under that left hand. One more breath. Lift and lengthen the right leg. Exhale, right hand and right toes down to the earth. We'll open for your revolve low lunge, left hand high. Dropping the right knee down, top of the right foot down as you bring the gaze to the back wall. We'll shift those right toes to the sky, any amount. Maybe you reach around towards that right foot with the left hand. Breathe into the quad stretch. Exhale, release. Planting the hands, shifting forward as you take that those right toes high for standing split. Gaze comes to the left front shin. Option for one or both hands to find that ankle as you shoot the right toes high. Glue your torso down onto the left thigh. One more breath, right toes higher. Exhale to bring the knees together. Deeper bend into that left knee. Walking back with the fingertips to face the back wall in your variation of flamingo. Right toes pointing back. Shift the weight. Lighten the toes so that they're fluffable. Gaze to that left shin. One more breath. Gently walking the hands back forward to find plank. Shoot the right foot back, left foot back. Option to take your flow tipping forward or find your down dog or child's pose. Bringing it on up to the top of the mat with a stepper float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving into that balancing standing series, we'll flow to your variation of dancer. For a moment, just let the thumbs rest in the heart space. Breathing in, I find balance in my life. Breathing in, I easily incorporate time for myself into my schedule. I prioritize balance in my life. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back plank. Option to flow here into your chaturanga or take your downward facing dog. From your down dog, inhale, right toes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, tuck in, knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog, right toes high. Find the hip opener, flexing that right foot. Let the right foot fall over to the left. Explore a little knee circle here. Little ankle circle. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, step forward underneath the chest with that right foot. We're bringing the knees in line again. And then we'll root down into that right foot as you rise up to stand, knees in line with each other, left toes pointing back. Option to stay here for dancer, or another variation is to take those hands high. Another variation is to take that left hand back and grasp the arch of the left foot. Here's another way to stay for a couple breaths. Or you could kick the left foot into that left hand, finding a bow of the body. Option to reach the right hand forward and drop the chest a little bit. With an equal kick of the left foot into the left hand, as well as a long reach forward. Last breath as you come on up, exiting out with a long full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back, downward facing dog. Option to down dog here, or take your chaturanga, tipping forward, tucking those elbows in. Exhale, lower. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, knee tuck, chin to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog, left toes high. Exhale, left knee bends, flex that left foot, let it fall over to the right. Finding any amount of circles to the knees, the ankle. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale to plant that left foot underneath the chest. Bring the knees in line with each other. We're rooting down into the left foot as you rise up, hands to prayer. Find your stability first, and then option to take your version of dancer, either reaching high or clasping the arch of the right foot with that right hand. Option to kick into the right foot into the hand, and then option lastly to drop the chest as you kick that right foot high, up and behind with an active kick and reach, bringing about that center of gravity. One more breath wherever you are. And then coming on down into your forward fold, widening your stance to take a little ragdoll, releasing the crown of the head to be heavy. From here, go ahead and walk the hands to the top of the mat and walk the feet on back to your plank. Here for those 5 knee drops again, or you might start out with the knees down and you find a 5 lifts of one or both knees. 4 more. On your last one, go ahead and tuck the elbows in, exhaling down to the earth. Preparing for your version of floor bow, which is just like that same position as dancer, but you're using both sides. So taking the toes to the ceiling, maybe first rest your chin on the mat and take a little sway of your knees from side to side. Pushing on up with your chest, lift it a little bit. Now toes come high in line with your knees, in line with your hips. Reaching around to grasp either one or both tops of the feet with the hands, bringing those knees back in line with the hips again. Full breath to prepare. Exhale fully. On an inhale, now kicking the feet into the hands as you bring the gaze on up towards the sky. Lifting and breathing, your body will rock with the breath that goes into your belly. Staying here for a couple more breaths. Kick a little bit more, gaze a little bit higher. Exhale, release. Taking the palms down to the sides. Let that left cheek rest on the mat. And maybe you take the toes high and sway them again from side to side. Preparing for one more round. Bringing the knees back in line. Lift up with the strength of your back to grasp or reach towards one or both of the tops of the feet. Prepare with an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, kick the feet into the hands, lifting the gaze high. Imagine your arms and legs are your wheels, using the strength of your back, the strength of your legs, your glutes, your gaze high, bringing the upper body a little bit higher. Exhale, release. Right cheek into the mat, palms down. Find that sway from side to side again. Now, keeping the right hand planted where it is, let that left leg go long, or let both legs go long. You're going to push, take the right palm out 90 degrees, palm down to the right. Push the left palm into the earth as you peel up and open with the gaze coming up towards the sky. Now left hand follows it, and left knee is also towards the sky. Left foot plants behind your right leg. Maybe you take a half bind and take the back of your left hand down to the low back. Broken wing stretch, feeling the front of the right shoulder, little twist. Gentle release back to the earth. Finding now the left arm out 90 degrees, palm down. Use that right palm underneath the right shoulder. Push up and open with the right foot planting behind that left leg. Right knee goes high, gaze goes high, right hand goes high. Option to find your half bind, back of the right hand down to the low back to deepen that stretch to the front of the body. Gentle release back to the earth. Taking those palms back underneath your shoulders to a push up through tabletop, walking the knees in, all the way up to find the middle of your mat for your bottom. And then we'll lower down into a rock to let legs come on up the wall. If you have a throw pillow, a yoga block, a roller, anything that you'd like to lift up and set underneath the sacrum, you can do that to help your inversion. Or if you'd like to take a plow here, where you tip the toes over towards the top of the head, you can also do that with the knees bent. Just bringing this time in for some release to settle and connect with the breath again. To the rise and fall of your chest. If you're in that plow position, it'll be a little bit constricted, but that's okay. Just finding the pace of the breath. If you're in legs up the wall, finding left palm on your heart space again, right palm on your belly. But let those elbows be down and on the earth to allow some softening, connection to the in and the out of your energy, the balance of the in and the out in your life, and the freedom to know that it's as, if not more important, to fill yourself up, prioritizing your peace, your wellness. Last breath here. Maybe it's still stillness, or maybe you bring those knees in for a little tuck or a circle. And then if you have something under the sits bones, go ahead and lift that out. We'll find the left leg out long, right knee in towards the chest. Little chin tuck for a long spine, flexing both toes, big breath into the belly. Exhale as you bring the right knee in towards that right shoulder. And then guide it all the way over into your spinal twist, letting the right knee fall over to the left and left arm go posting to the right. Maybe you bring that gaze over to the right as well, or maybe close the eyes down. Softening into your twist to massage those visceral organs, wringing out some paraspinal tension. Gently come on back to center when you're ready. Bringing both knees in, and then guide the right heel out long with a flex of both toes, little chin tuck. Inhale to fill the belly. Exhale fully, pulling left knee up and in towards that armpit area. And then guiding it on over to the right side for that spinal twist with the left arm goal posting, followed by the gaze. Unsqueeze of the right glute to allow the twist. And then when you're ready to come on back towards center for any final movements you'd like. Full body stretches, squeezes, rocks. Big breath in. Exhaling into your Shavasana, your space of rest, your space of peace, your space where the most balance happens. As you soften, take your body scan, starting at the crown of the head and painting a paintbrush of softening, of release, all the way down the face, the jaw. Let the shoulders and arms release. Hips are soft. Adjust the legs so that they're a little bit more relaxed. And then release the back and settle in for a few moments. Entering into the words, I have balance in my life. I choose balance. I am free to find myself in my schedule. Breathing into that knowledge, that comfort, the word balance, settling in to every part of you. Maybe bringing those toes and fingers to a wiggle or a sway to the knees as you push down with the low back into the earth, pulling the knees in for a little hug or a sway, dropping them when you're ready on over to one side to rest your head on your shoulder. Using this transition to gently ease on up to your easy seat. Letting the crown rest easily over the sits bones and palms up or down on the knees. Just an easy breath. The in with the out. Being balanced and free. Option to reach the hands high. Bringing that balance, that left and that right, that in and that out, palms together. Letting them rest on down in your heart space evenly. May the light and love in me see and honor the light and love in all others. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.